Next, we're going to perform our final polish. And of course, this is what the meat of this presentation is all about. So how might we do that? Well, there are a number of different polishing systems and techniques out there. The one I'm going to show you tonight is one made by Premier, and we're going to use actually two kits. One is, of course, this finishing kit that has the various laboratory burrs and wheels and so forth. And the other one is the polishing kit itself. You'll notice that we have some felt wheels and points and some other types of points and wheels that are called fiber wheels. These fiber wheels are for pre-polishing, and then, of course, the felt is for carrying this diamond-impregnated polishing paste to the restoration. This paste happens to have diamond particles that are only 3 microns thick, so that's advantageous, as you'll see in just a moment. But first, let me just say that this is my workhorse burr whenever I'm working with restorations. This is a round end cylinder burr that's contained in the kit you just saw. And, quite simply, what I'm going to do first is cut off the sprue. Let's take a look at a posterior restoration first, followed by an anterior restoration. So the steps are these. We're going to cut the sprue off with this round end cylinder burr. And, we just want to make sure that that sprue is completely removed. Now, one other instrument that I do have that's not part of that kit is a diamond-impregnated wheel or some type of polishing wheel. And I'll use that occasionally to do a final surface preparation where I've removed the sprue, for instance, as you see here. So we do that. Now, the next thing, this is an optional step, but there's also a 3-sided carbide burr in this kit that allows us to refine the the occlusal fissure areas. So we can use that burr to redefine those fissures a little bit, and that gives us a little bit more definition. Next, we're going to move over to this fiber wheel. This is a pre-polishing wheel. This wheel actually works quite well and avoids or allows me to avoid multiple steps in terms of pre-polishing. I can just use this prior to my final polishing paste. So we go to the restoration and basically the technique with this is you've got to apply a lot of pressure. So we do that, and then we move on to the diamond polishing paste, or diamond twist as it's called. Now, I will tell you that it's tempting for me to pick up a bristle brush, as you see here, and try to use this paste that you just saw here with this bristle brush. My recommendation is please do not do that. This bristle brush is just too stiff, and this paste is too thin or lacks viscosity for it to be properly applied with a bristle brush. The proper instrument that you should use is a felt wheel. And so we're going to use the felt wheel that comes with the kit, and we'll also use a felt point for the occlusal surface. Now, what I like to do is just extrude a little bit of this material and then gently wipe my point or wheel against it without running the motor. So the motor's not running right now. I'm just going to wipe that in order to bring up some of that paste and capture that onto the tip of the point.